It was an abbreviated week, but it was also Thanksgiving. Grab a drink and join me. Bowl Breakdown is next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's our song, you guys. You know what that means. It's another Bold Breakdown, the Bold and Beautiful After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host, James Lott Jr., and I'm glad to be back after a week off. And I'm also not off next week, but we're here. It was Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving out there. It was my first Thanksgiving without my brother, but we had a really good time. And watching this week's Bold and Beautiful was really good. So I'm very excited. Let's talk about. I have some clips to show you of some other Thanksgivings from other shows, as we always do. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat room. You guys are in here as always. I see my regulars. I see Brandon, Gisela, Michelle, Taylor, Ethel, Brandon. I saw you guys in there. I'm so glad you guys are joining me again this week. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Also, you can follow us on iTunes. You can follow us on YouTube under AfterBuzz TV, under the Bold and Beautiful After Show. That's our official name on those platforms, but it is the Bold Breakdown. And of course, use the hashtag Bold Breakdown on all social media platforms that I do, which is James Lott Jr., and our Facebook page. Go there too for stuff. Before we begin actually to start the show, I'm going to show you a piece of a Thanksgiving from 2 years ago. This made me laugh because this is Liam and Hope, and we were talking about this the other day, how they really flip-flop people around in just a short amount of time. Because now this Thanksgiving was all about Liam and Steffi. Let's take a look at that clip.
Well, you did it again.
Yeah, what's
So the
that?
same table
Oh,
as they used this year, same setup. I'm all sitting under a chandelier. Beautiful set.
having us all
Beautiful set.
come together in this spirit of forgiveness and thanks that the holiday represents.
And who's all into Hope. Remember that, you guys?
I remember what you said
Remember.
last year.
I wish Hope would come home every once in a while. I know the actress is busy doing other stuff, but I'd love to have her come back.
Yeah, even more so now.
You're like, oh Lord, you guys are saying already, Liam and Hope.
I'll tell you one thing that hasn't changed, that won't change.
So
and
Liam, when he
that's
gets into a woman, he is
how
into a
much I
woman.
respect you and admire you, and yes, love you. I guess I'm just saying that there's not a day that goes by where I'm not
Oh yeah, Riz and Katie were together. That was a weird holiday, yes. I mean, that too.
in my life.
I think they had chemistry. I like them. Brooke's daughter. That's right. So let's just show that clip a little bit because that was from a few years ago. And it was a great time then. And we had a good Thanksgiving episode this week. But we start out with Monday. So Monday, and I see you guys are already talking already in here. Ridge proposes to Brooke at the grave of his mother. I had to laugh a little bit. But great use of history. Because to me, it made me feel like, you guys can tell me how you felt about it, but it made me feel like when Stephanie was alive. Remember, Stephanie Ridge did a lot of scheming together and working together. She loved her son. She loved her son in many ways that seemed a little unhealthy to some people, but she was all about Ridge. She was all about Ridge. So I really think him proposing to her, kind of bringing up Stephanie's memory, was very ingenious. Because he's trying to win her over. I know some of you guys are in here kind of saying it was kind of weird and that Stephanie wouldn't have wanted them together. Remember, Stephanie and Brooke kind of came, well, she was there when she died. They kind of came to a conclusion that Brooke wasn't going anywhere. Brooke had slept with half the family, so kind of crazy. So I think it was kind of a good use of history. I just kind of show them that there's just a long-standing, she was the slut from the valley, excuse me, but grew into somebody Stephanie cared about like a daughter. And why wouldn't Ridge want to really, work her on this? My only little rant, you guys, is that what happened to Caroline? Wasn't he? Are Caroline and Ridge divorced? I forgot for a second. Are they actually divorced? Because Thomas and Caroline are in New York together with Douglas, But like, you liked Caroline, you fought for her, you had this whole family thing, and suddenly there's like, they didn't play it on screen. It's like, they're just done. That's it. I just can't believe it. Like, that's it. So this whole Brooke thing, I remember doing a poll with you guys about maybe a month ago if we wanted Brooke and Ridge together, and many of you guys said no. So I mean, I know so, but they're going that direction. They're really trying to make this triangle happen. Let's see what you guys say in here. Ridge needs to take several seats and sit the heck down. That's Ethel. Oh, Candace, you're happy to see Queen Stephanie. Of course, anything with Stephanie was great. The flashbacks were great. And Bold People does flashbacks. Excuse me, and I love that. I really like Ridge, but I find myself thinking of Taylor, Amber's baby, and you're in there. Yeah, Taylor and Ridge, see, that was a whole classic thing. Taylor had a whole thing with Brooke and a whole thing with Taylor. He told Brooke that Stephanie always wanted them together, and I was like, when? Because she never said it. Obviously, he's embellishing, like maybe it happened off camera. But, you know. So Gisela, so yes, they are divorced? Okay. The divorce, I wasn't sure. I mean, these divorces happening so fast here. But Stephanie did, and I agree, Stephanie did make peace with Brooke at the end. But she did always want to be her to be, be bridged with somebody else. So I don't know. I think didn't Stephanie like Taylor a little more because she was more respectable and everything. So it was kind of interesting. That day also, Bill and RJ. So RJ is really funny because he is Rich Jr. I like his chemistry with Bill. Him and Bill are so kind of funny together because after the week before, they had the whole safe room. He showed them the safe room, all the money and stuff. I was like, I couldn't stop laughing on that one. And I love that RJ is starting to soften up. The actor, Anthony Turpin, his name is, he's doing such a great job. And I actually reached out to him. Hopefully he'll be on the show. He wants to come on the show. And we're talking. But he's doing such a great job playing this kid who's growing up also, wants his parents together. But after his talk with Liam, he's seeing that Bill's a little quirky. He's not that bad. And I love that he asked him, do you promise to make my mother happy? Because he saw what happened with his Aunt Katie, he saw what happened, what was going on. It makes sense. I kind of, I'm like, okay, it makes sense to me. And he's kind of softening a little bit. And I like how Brooke and RJ started talking. He said it wasn't awful. And it was better than he thought. But I see RJ is softening a little bit. I mean, of course, he'll always want his parents together. I mean, that's just always be number one. But I kind of like that he's not. I'm glad they didn't prolong the brattiness, which they could do sometimes with some characters, because they just brought him back on the show. It's like they're showing that Bill isn't super bad, and he has some cool qualities that a young man like RJ could like. And I just love that Bill is like really trying to get to know him a little bit. He's like, sure, he likes that. We got, okay, so more people in here. Yeah, we got more people in here. We got Bryce Fields, the Giga Gamer in here. Nikisha Jones, you're in here too. And Taylor, you were named after Taylor? How funny, I like that. Yes, they're going back to Brooke and Ridge because Bone People is about to celebrate 30 years. Oh, Candace, that's a good point. Think about it, next year is 30 years. They are one of the few golden couples. I know that many folks don't believe that Torsten K and Kathy Caroline have chemistry. I think they do. I think better as friends. I think they should be old friends because they've been around a long time. And Brooke actually brings that up to Ridge, how they've been around for a long time. And they just they've done that. I also like that Bill showed up and him and Ridge had a little talk. Oh my God. Their exchange was so funny. She called Ridge cheesy and slick. It was a really fun scene in there. And so I was like, okay. And then Steffi and Eric have a great scene together, a granddaughter, grandfather scene finally. And Eric asked Steffi to send out, the line of the day that day was, Eric says, I was about to send out invitations to this Thanksgiving dinner, but it didn't really work out last time. I like that. But they hug. Steffi apologizes. She's softening a little bit too because she knows that Eric is going to stay with her right now. And I like the words she uses. She chooses her words carefully. I know you believe you and Quinn are going to be together forever. So, I mean, I like that she's not completely giving up her feelings, but she's, moving on. And then we had the Katie Quinn. I loved it. Loved it. I loved it. Was Heather Tom versus Rena Sofer. It was so good. Oh my God, two powerhouse actresses. Heather Tom, a friend of our show, of course, has been on her before. Shows why she's like a 5-time Emmy winner. Quinn, and the beauty of this whole scene was that Quinn was being her old self, and Katie called her out on that. And Katie's not afraid of Quinn. She was like, you can say whatever you want to me. I'm not afraid or anything. And I love that she called her out on it, and she stayed calm. They had some smart remarks back to each other, but they were seriously just like going back and forth as two women, and Katie saw right through her, calling her insecure, and you're having these feelings. What are you doing? And I love that Quinn had a realization in the middle of it. I'm so glad that they didn't have her go back to reverting to the old Quinn, because again, her motivation is that Eric Forrester, who is this respectable, kind man in the community, is making her respectable. And to me, that would be her number one thing, is I want to be accepted and be revered and respected. So it made sense to me that she had to rein it back. Go, okay, I was going too far. I was going too far. Oh my God. I'm so glad you said something. So I'm so glad that whole beef is squashed. But you guys tell me something. Do you think Katie and Eric, they're trying to pair Katie and Eric? I see it here already. I don't want the Italian. I don't want Katie. I don't either. I don't, oh my God. He's already been with Donna. He's already been with Brooke and their mother Beth. They don't need their friends. I hope they keep it just that way. I know she's moving in next door, she's got the house. Just keep it as friends. I don't think they should not. They don't do it. Now, Brandon, you say you keep hoping they'll make Katie the new Stephanie. She ain't come about like Stephanie used to do with Sheila. Okay, in that sense, yes. If Katie moves in next door because her friendship to Eric is important, sees that Quinn's a little nuts. Okay, I'll give you that one. But I see you guys agree with me. I don't think they should be together. I hope they're not going that direction. It gets a little too incestuous in this stuff, but they were always been friends. And Katie keeps saying that over and over again, so I'm hoping that's the point. They're just friends. Quinn and Eric talk. She's like, I'm good. I was falling apart a little bit. I'm good, so I'm fine. So that was Monday. And so now they're getting ready for Thanksgiving, and now it's going to be the next couple episodes, of course, of that. Now, this little flashback I have for you guys is from One Life to Live. You guys love my little flashbacks from other ones. This is all Thanksgiving flashbacks. So I'm going to show you a piece of one that was from 2009, and you got Victoria Lord Buchanan speaking.
To think about celebrating anything, because there's such an empty place at the table. But
and to watch this whole speech, you can go online and watch this, of course.
This poem that
has
brought me comfort in the past, and given that today is a day to celebrate and to share, I really thought I'd like to share it with all of you.
Totally miss her, all of them, all these people who are such great actors.
Is it so small a thing to have enjoyed the sun? Is it so small a thing to have lived?
Look at that, so Thanksgiving. Spring? And there was a gay couple on the show, you guys remember.
Is it so small a thing to have
so
thought?
Interesting. And a mixed race couple.
Done?
I love it.
Is it so small a thing?
You guys like it too, I love it.
To have a brother.
And then they had a big black family on the show. That was like major. I loved it.
Is it so small a thing to have played?
And why aren't they working on soaps? They're so good. And him.
Is it
so good.
Small a thing to have honored a father?
Yes, Natalie's
three
good.
Dreams for his one.
Little backstory of this scene is they just lost Jared, who is his son.
Foes? Is it so small a thing
there's Renee
to have eased someone's woes
and Nigel
and lifted someone's lows? Is it so small a thing to have advanced true friends?
Oh, look at all of them.
So small a thing to have made.
So you can watch this scene. It's online. It's really good. It's a long poem that she reads.
Is it so small?
And it's just it's a great scene. I love when they put the whole cast together for scenes, when it's an umbrella story, when it comes to these things. It's just such a wonderful thing. And I know you guys are liking it too. I'm glad you guys are liking it. Tika Sumpter is doing great work right now on OWN. I mean, a lot of these people have moved on to other things since Watch to Live went off the air. But I love that this particular Thanksgiving, because it had nothing to do with anything outrageous. It was very just simple. Brandon Davis. I think Susan Flannery is irreplaceable, but Erica Slezak is the only other actress who could play. Erica Slezak as Stephanie. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Kyle and Fish. Yes, out there. I can remember their names. And Hillary's on Venice, which I know Crystal Chappelle and all them. I love Venice. Yes, the Evans fans. You guys remember all that. Yes, Want to Live was such a great show. So it's kind of sad it's off the air. Okay, on Tuesday, we're getting ready. It's the pre-Thanksgiving, getting ready for Thanksgiving. Pam and Steffi and Quinn are all working together, and Pam brings up those lemon bars. And I'm trying to get Allie Mills to come on the show here, and if I do, I want her to bring some lemon bars. Well, I would try some. They sound good to me. That was look good on when they're making them. Eric walks in. They're doing a table count, a head count, and I love when he looks at it, he goes, there's only 9 Forresters. And the line of the day was, you mean 10. You forgot Quinn. I love that. That's so funny. Maya, Rick, and Zendy. Okay, you guys. Zendy's bugging the crap out of me. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Rome Flynn's doing a great job playing Zendy, and he's doing a great job in terms of conveying that he made a mistake and he was overzealous. He's playing the character really well, and it's making me just not like his character right now. Yeah, so it's so funny. Yes, the lemon bars are a 5th character like New York was in Sex and the City. I totally agree with you, Gisela. It's so funny. Them lemon bars are just like all over the place. And Pam tried to, and Quinn tried to stop her making those lemon bars. She's like, I'll use unsweetened butter and unsalted, so I'll do all that stuff. So it's kind of funny. They talk about Sasha. I like that Maya is kind of giving Zendy the once over for what he did. It's him trying to get her to marry him. He has a ring. Let's announce our engagement at the Thanksgiving. I agree with Gisela. She can't take him back. Just because she's gonna have a baby with her sister, you slept with her sister again. Oh my God. I see you guys are totally agreeing with me. I'm just like, I love them as a couple, but they messed them up. I think now it's time to spin them off to other people. And I don't think Zendy and Sasha, I still like Sasha with Thomas. Give Nicole somebody else. Send her somebody else, like her direction. I just think it's time to spin them off in other directions. I don't think it's just they messed them up. Quinn and Steffi talk. Is it me? But Quinn and Steffi, I mean, they have such chemistry. I mean, I know they hate each other, but it's kind of born out of her grandfather because she kind of liked Steffi when she was with Wyatt. And it just, those 2 actresses, Jacqueline McInnes Wood and Rena Silver, just play so well off each other. It's just kind of amazing. I want them to be friends. And because what she did to Wyatt, basically, Quinn's asking, I want Wyatt to stay for Thanksgiving. But of course, Steffi's with Liam. And that's Wyatt's brother, so how did you do that? So this whole brothers sharing somebody, and then you get the sisters sharing somebody with Nicole, Zendy, and Sasha. It's all just kind of crazy. I want to share anybody with my family. That would not happen. No. But Nicole tells Zendy that she's still hurt. Of course she is. She's still hurt. She got things, And I like that she broke it down. You knew what Sasha wanted all along, and you went right into it. And I like that. I do. Nicole and Wyatt together. Yes, I'll take it. Done. Or Nicole and Liam. Sure, I'll take it. Okay, put Nicole and Wyatt back together. I like that. Gisela, you agree with me? Yes, love Steffi and Quinn scenes. Yeah, Nikisha, the Zendy stuff is just too soon. He's pressing too soon. You just did this. Yeah, you found out that she didn't go through with it, but it's in her brain. Like, you slept with her sister. Like, come on. Yeah, bring back some Carter, of course, and put Sasha with Carter. I'll take that too. But Sasha and Thomas, I agree, Kimmy. Sasha brought us on her side Thomas. I did like that. Wyatt used Nicole, so that won't work. But this show, anything could be possible, right? So then Steffi and Wyatt do talk. And their talk was very interesting. And, the character of Wyatt, the way they write him, I love that he completely has balls 1 week. Then the next week, he loses them. It's like, what happens? I don't understand what's going on. And and with Steffi, in a way, he played it as if he still loves her, and she is kind of his weakness. And she kept saying, well, we should have got married, and she's sticking to her whole story that they wouldn't have got married if it wasn't for his mother. And his story was like, but I did have feelings for you, and I believed you had feelings for me too. That was a very realistic conversation, I think. I was like, okay, I get that. I totally get it. And Wyatt said he might come He's like, he might stop through. I like that. And same thing with Nicole said she might come. So it's like, again, both sides were like, oh, I might come to Thanksgiving, which we all know they're going to, of course. Yes. And yes. And yeah. Remember when Lawrence St. Victor was on here, he plays Carter, he said he thought about Carter and Brooke, Carter and Ivy. I mean, he'll take any of them. He's ready to work. He'll work with any of those women. So it's kind of funny. They're all hot. Okay, so before we go to Wednesday's episode, I have another flashback. This one's to General Hospital. They have a tradition where they always have pizza. And it's something, and this is back when they had actually more Quartermains. Take a look at this one.
The dinner's ready?
She called us twice. No one seems to want to move to the table.
There's Emily
Did she mention
and
that
Alan,
there's a turkey
both her dad, but the other four are still there.
For once, we don't have to eat pizza.
Nobody's hungry.
And there's Liam as Dylan Quartermain.
Fake their way? What about giving thanks?
This is from
for all the
2007,
blessings?
sorry.
Well, as
So almost 10
Tracy so
years ago.
clearly pointed out, there really isn't a heck of a lot to be thankful for, Emily.
Alice!
I loved Emily. And there's Jane, and there's Tracy.
Emily? You're the only one in the house who doesn't bellow, so there must be an emergency?
Yeah, it is. Pack up everything on the table.
And Alice, of course, is a pro wrestler in her other
Why?
life.
Since the family can't be bothered to give thanks for all they
That is
have,
Justin from Days. He
we're
plays
just gonna give
Ned
it their way
on
and
General
give them
Hospital at the same
appreciation.
time. He does both roles right now. So I just wanted to say they have pizza. So they always bring the pizza in. And that's a tradition they did this Thanksgiving also. They never have turkey. And that started back in 1994. So a nice little tradition there. Of course, all them together. Just another great one. But a couple of folks you've seen on Bold and Beautiful that were on there. I believe that was Scott Clifton's first soap role, even before he went over to Life to Live. So yeah, that's a good one there. And then Wednesday... Oh, yeah, they're on there. Monica Scott Clifton, yeah. Before Guzza slaughtered the Quartermains. I know! The Quartermains. I love them. That's another show. Okay, so Thanksgiving was Wednesday in that world. And the guests were, and they kept arriving in. I was wondering who was going to come. They had Eric and Quinn, of course. Steffi and Liam. And I love that Steffi hugged Quinn. It's like, okay. Wyatt came down. Ivy came in. Pam and Charlie were in the kitchen, getting everything together. Bill arrived. When he saw Quinn's portrait, oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing. When he was like, excuse me, I have to eat in front of this thing or whatever, like I'm going to lose my lunch. I couldn't stop laughing about that. Then Brooke and RJ and Ridge came in. And then Katie came with little Will. So it's kind of good. So the stage was kind of set. So they were all kind of there. And then, of course, Zendi and Maya. And then Rick, Maya, and Lizzie came in, and Nicole and Zendi came, and that was everything. Julius and Vivian are sick, apparently. There was no Sasha anywhere to be found. Thomas and Caroline were in New York with Douglas and her mothers, so they were doing that. And then the Logan girls, Brooke and Katie, decided to go and help Charlie and Pam. I was wondering where Donna was, because, I mean, Donna had been on the show, like, recently. I didn't know why she wasn't there. I was wondering where she was. I love Bill's comment to Ridge. This was my line of the day. First Thanksgiving with your new stepmommy. Oh, I love it. Yes, I agree with you, Brandon. Kristen and Tony should have came back for Zendi. Is it back there? Okay, come on. Zendi tells Nicole he has the ring. Then Eric wants a family picture. So he does a family picture. That's kind of fun. The table which you saw in the other clip is the same table they've always had, so the table's there. And he did this thing that I always do at my own get-togethers, where you say something positive about somebody. Now, I don't know if we do it by which side, but they said everybody to your right. Yes, they say something positive to everybody to your right. I love that there was one continuous scene. It was kind of interesting. They actually did everybody did their. I was watching the minutes go by, and there was no commercial. It was like it went through the whole scene. Donna's back in Dallas. Okay, putting on Katie's next wedding dress. So that's funny. Okay, so we had obviously Steffi's at one head of the table, which I thought was really interesting. There was Steffi at the head of the table, and then Eric on the other head of the table. And Steffi said something nice to Rick, because remember Steffi and Rick have their own kind of long history, of course, of stuff. And I thought it was really nice that he said she liked that he was a father and liked seeing him as a father. It's kind of funny. And so then Zenny had to say something to Nicole, and she has a generous spirit, and that she respects her. And then Nicole says something really nice to Charlie. That actually got me a little teary-eyed about how he's great to be around, and she's happy to have him there. Yeah, Marcus is a Forrester too. I agree with that. They didn't mention him. Pam to Katie. And see, I think they're setting this up. I think they're really setting this up. She says, I admire how strong you are. You remind me of Stephanie. And he had Quinn looking, of course. And Katie's like, oh, that's kind of nice you to say that. I'm like, interesting. Because wouldn't Brooke take over Stephanie's role in a way? But no, they're actually really going to that. Oh, yes, Hope started the tradition. Yes. Katie to Eric. I've always valued your friendship. And then I love Quinn to Bill. I always forget that they were, Wyatt's walking around. That's their son. I always forget that they were together. Obviously it was off camera. And she goes, I don't hate you anymore. But she was really thankful for Wyatt. So that actually made sense. And some of us who are not close to the parents of our children, and it's gonna happen sometimes. That's all I gotta say about that. Bill to Brooke, they kiss. Katie looks. She kind of smiles. She kind of looks. Brooke to Ridge, she's thankful for RJ. And I thought they call him a little monster and kind of tease him a little bit. And Ridge was like to RJ, I'm glad to have you back. RJ to Ivy, which was like finally some kind of cousins thing. And he said, I have cousins that I admire. And she taught him cricket. And I love that Ivy and RJ kind of played around with that a little bit. Then Ivy to Wyatt. You forgave a girl for doing some really rotten things to you, because they have their own history too. He's like, it's forgotten. And then, of course, Wyatt and Liam, Darren Brooks and Klaus going to have such brotherly chemistry. And I hate that they're fighting over the same woman, but they have such chemistry, and they really totally played that up with that. And it was like, Stephanie did this on purpose. I love that. And Wyatt says, Lee, you are a good man. You are a good brother, and I see why people like you. And Liam's like, same to you too. It was kind of fun. And then Liam and Stephanie, she's like, look at all these people. You got everybody together. And I thought that was such a fun moment. But it was like a great dinner table scene. There was no drama. Everybody was laughing and talking. And like you guys saying here, yes, the family dynamic is really messed up. Yeah, Ridge and his dad have kids with Brooke. And Ridge's kids are not related to Ivy, because not by blood, because Ridge comes from Stephanie, not Eric. By blood. So remember that. Yes, and Rick was with Phoebe. He had kissed Steffi and was with Taylor. So yes, it goes all the way. It goes all the way around. It goes all the way around. So it's kind of how it is. But I love that. And at the very end, that's why I showed you the scene of Liam and Hope talking from the table. 2 years later, it's Liam and Stephanie talking, and then they kiss. So nice little reprieve. Nice little Thanksgiving episode. Totally liked it. You were hoping for drama. That's right. They do need a Phoebe's flashback. Actually, I'm going to do something. One of my BB mini spotlights. It's going to be on Phoebe. Actually, I'm working on that right now. I think it's really. She's a forgotten twin. And the same with Marcus. Yeah, where is Marcus? What's going on with him? And Marcus and Daisy. Love them. So the last flashback I have is from another big family. They used to get together on the Snyder farm on As the World Turns from 2009. Take a look at this.
Oh, sorry.
There's Holden.
It's been quite a year. Not just here in Oakdale, but for a lot of people. Tough times for everybody.
He needs to be working too. Like he's on Bold and Beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Of a guy who was dead and gone to recognize everything that we have to be grateful for.
All these actors, just great actors. I know what they're doing.
Family, friends, the people we love, who never stop loving us back, no matter what. And the faith that gets us through the dark times.
Marie Wilson, actually, who I've met, who's on Days of Our Lives. Another gay couple.
Luke?
It was Luke and...
Yeah, I'm right here.
They were the most popular. They were one of the first couples to go viral when viral was new online. They're there. Noah and Luke were
Thank you
so big.
for the hope that we cling to. The hope that next year will be better than this one. That tomorrow is going to be a good day.
You guys are crying already? I know.
Thank you for the traditions.
These shows are the bomb. There's Margot and there's mom, Nancy. I'm a sucker for tradition on soaps.
We make mistakes.
Total
People get
sucker.
hurt.
Our first soap
So
we
we
watched
give
regularly.
thanks for forgiveness and for second chances.
Oh, I love it.
We're thankful for
And
the
now she's on
bonds
General
of
Hospital
family
as Ava.
that never
It's
break,
Carly.
No matter how far we bend them.
And Parker. I love that little actor. I wonder where he is now. Yeah, Luke and Noah did break soap ground, so they were really
You might
good.
want some company.
I love their relationship. These two.
We give thanks for our lost traveler.
So you can watch the rest of
who's finally
this
back home.
speech
Where he
is really
belongs.
good too online. It's just such a I love these kind of family around the table, big cast coming in and doing these traditional scenes. And for those of us who have family, we like that. As long as you don't have family, you get a chance to live it through them. And again, there's no major drama, nothing. They take a day off. And I think it's just so good. Oh, you're crying your eyes out. Oh, I love that. Maura West is the mom. Dula Man. Hi, Dula Man. Yes. And Helen Wagner, I know. It's all these shows just go to show what rich history soaps have. And like I said, next year, well, actually in a few months, Bold and Beautiful will be celebrating 30 years. Kind of crazy. You guys, so I'm giving you a little update of what's going on the next couple of weeks here on Bold Breakdown, so you know what's going on. Next Sunday, there will not be a Bold Breakdown. I will be in Vancouver, Canada, at an event for Hallmark Channel's When Calls the Heart. I do that after show here, and I'm going to a family reunion there they're doing with the cast and everything. And I'll tell you all about it when I get back, but it'll be a fun thing. So we'll be back. But December 11th, we'll be back with an all-new episode, and I have guest Ali Levine, who was on once before, and from WeTV, Anthony Pazos. And we're going to do some fashion. We're going to talk some stuff. I'll show some more clips. I think I'm going to show clips of all the fashion shows in the past from Bold and Beautiful, because we have a bunch of those. And they'll be on. Allie's great. You guys liked her from before. And I'm also working on some of the actors to come on the show, of course. I've been talking to them. And so you have to stay tuned and go to our Facebook page, Bold Breakdown, and find out more about that kind of stuff. Sally Spectra, I'm sure they're going to do something for her next year. I'm sure next year's going to be really great. All the soaps so far who've had major milestones like General Hospital and Guiding Light and Days of Our Lives have all done some really great stuff where they bring people from back from the past. So I'm really excited to see what CBS does next year. I just can't wait to see what they do there. Thank you for watching, of course. I'm glad you guys joined me this whole weekend. I know this weekend it was Thanksgiving, but you had family in town. The Gilmore Girls was released this weekend. New movies, everything was going on. For some of us, we have weather. It's great. So I'm glad you joined me today. You guys are my best co-hosts in the whole entire world. I will see you guys again, of course, in 2 weeks when I come back. You guys have a great couple of weeks out there. Be careful, be safe, and enjoy our soap, Bold Breakdown, Bold Beautiful. We love it. Talk to you guys next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Later.
Expressed herein are those of the host only, not necessarily reflecting the use of AfterBuzz TV or its own opinions.